The Weed of the Week is sponsored by the Enlist Weed Control System from Dow AgroSciences, a new herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate.
You work to protect your farm's legacy and to keep it going. Introducing the Enlist Weed Control System, an advanced herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate for exceptional control of tough weeds. The next chapter begins.
Our weed of the week is yellow foxtail. Now, when you think of tough weeds, yellow foxtail might not show up high on your list, but here's why it shows up so high on my list. Because often we find millions of yellow foxtail plants out in fields, and unless you control it pre-emerge, if you let that foxtail get up even a ½ inch tall, you've already lost yield. And don't listen to all these studies that say, oh, you can kill the weeds when they're 4 inches tall. Get real. I mean, especially if you're in a drier area of the country, you got to kill those weeds before they come up if you have very many of them at all. Sure, if you have 10 weeds in the field, no big deal, but when you have a lot, get it under control with a pre-emerge herbicide.
When we think about yellow foxtail, it often gets grouped in with other foxtails and it's called pigeon grass. But the way to tell it apart from other foxtails is look for long tufts of hair at the base of the leaf blade right where it hooks up to the stem.
Here's what we want you to do. In soybeans, use Sonalan, Treflan, or Prowl. Pre-emerge. Post-emerge, it's pretty easy. Select Max, Arrow, something like that will be just fine. Just about any grass killer post. Pre-emerge in corn, Harness, Surpass, Outlook, and Dual are the best.
And use stronger rates. We're cutting the rates back in a lot of Roundup Ready and Liberty Link crops. Use stronger rates.
Roundup is still excellent on yellow foxtail. Liberty, it takes a little higher use rate with Liberty. Make sure you're using the full rate. In wheat, we would suggest you start with the new Zidua. I like Prepare even better than that. And then post-emerge, you can come with Axial, Everest 2.0, just about any of the grass killers. We'll do fairly decent on yellow foxtail. The Everest might be a little weaker than the Axial, but still pretty decent.
That's all the time we have for this week's Weed, but Iron Talk is coming up next.